Odegaard's corner.
Oh,
They've stolen it! Gabriel's gigantic moment!
He took a lot of stick last week, a lot of it deservedly so, the handbrake, etc.
If you're going to come off a football pitch, make sure you've used all your weapons.
I think it shows how much the team wants it.
I don't see a weakness in this team.
Two teams can win this league, Liverpool or Arsenal.
They're asking, is this the year for Arsenal? The handbrake is off. So are they the clear favourites for the title? Tim Sherwood knows what it takes to win the Premier League. Was yesterday a champion's performance, Tim?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming so late and winning, they're the team to beat at the moment.
Great weekend for Arsenal. First to what felt like a very big result yesterday. According to Gary Neville and many Arsenal fans, we're sure their late comeback victory at St James's Park. After Liverpool lost on Saturday, Arsenal had the chance to close the gap. They had lost on their last 3 visits to Newcastle, but that all changed.
Odegaard's corner. They've stolen it! Arsenal have nicked it on 96! Gabriel's gigantic moment! Obliged to win! The Gunners have gone and done it right at the last!
That feels absolutely huge.
Does feel absolutely huge. Right, good morning to Tim Sherwood. Right, Mikel Arteta did get some critics last week for potentially being too negative with his selection in midfield. Did he answer those critics yesterday?
I'm not sure he's listening to the critics. I really don't believe that. I just think he gets on with the job. He does what he believes to be the correct decisions at the right time. We can all argue for him. Think you got it right, but I say all the time, you get it. If you win the football match, you're getting it right as a manager. You know, the questions only come when you lose games, or you don't take maximum points if you're going for the title, like Arsenal certainly are. There was a trait to score that late. We've seen Liverpool do it over the last few months. We've said it's a sign of champions to do that. Arsenal are doing it now. Man United done it all them years, in Fergie time. We labelled it Fergie time. Now these two teams going right to the death. I mean, so many goals they're getting from set pieces, and you'd have to say Newcastle played a good game yesterday as well.
It was one of the criticisms was that he was picking Mikel Merino ahead of a more attacking option midfield. Well, look who came on and got the equaliser.
Yep, I would argue
that a goal threat.
I think Marino's a bigger goal threat than Eze. I want Eze in my team all of the time, every day. I would put him in because I think he's got flair. He can open things up. But Marino is such a goal threat. I think in the calendar year, he's possibly up there with one of their top scorers. I think he's got 15 goals or something like 19 maybe.
He's got, in the calendar year, he's got 9 for Arsenal. That includes League and Champions League. And he's also got 6 for Spain.
There you go. I mean, he knows Mikel, he knows what he possesses. He knows he's a threat from set pieces, even from open play. He gets forward. He's got an eye for a goal, this kid. So if you need a goal, you look behind you and you see him sitting there. What a good option to have. He's a bigger goal threat than Eze, we know that, but Eze can open doors. He's got cute passing. We've seen that with a Man City pass over the top to Martinelli. So they've got wonderful options, haven't they? Great options. I mean, Ranieri couldn't even get on the bench yesterday. I mean, it just shows you how strong they are.
Yeah, and Eze in that first half was particularly good as well. Gary Neville said that only Arsenal, we heard it there, only Arsenal and Liverpool can win the title now. Is he right?
Yeah, it's hard to disagree. I just think that it's really difficult to rule out Man City with a manager like Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, they're 5 points behind Liverpool, but remember, so were Arsenal until...
Yeah.
Everything changed.
There's twists and turns. They've got wonderfully gifted players, haven't they, Man City? But the only question mark I would have is that the other two teams have got more experience. They've got probably more strength in depth. And Man City have just lost Rodri again. Looks like it's the same knee injury. I hope it's not too bad. Be fantastic to have a 3-horse race, wouldn't it? But it certainly can't look anywhere else other than them 3, I wouldn't suggest.
Yeah, Crystal Palace fans will be fuming with you for that, Tim. They're right up there, having a great start to the season. Right, we're sure that Arsenal fans are buzzing right now. Let's get a flavour of it. Sky Sports have partnered. Let's speak to 2 Arsenal fans now, Adam Keys and Christian Ty. Good morning to both of you. Right, OK, we'll start then with you, Adam. Is it a watershed moment, and would you go as far as to say that Arsenal are now title favourites?
I don't think we're favourites. I think one game doesn't make you favourites. There's still 32 left, but it's a big moment. It's a marker made. We've won once on that ground in 4 previous league occasions, and this feels big. We had 20 shots at St James's, 63% of the ball. You look at what we did defensively, attackingly, everything. The handbrake came off. I was on this show on Wednesday, and that's what you said. Will the handbrake come off? It definitely did yesterday, and I don't think it's going back on.
Yeah, Christian, did you see a change in style, which clearly worked because you won?
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we were asking for, you know. I just want to talk about Mikel Marino quickly, because a lot of the pressure and the talk after that City game was about him, but it was never a problem with Marino. It was a problem with playing those three together, Declan Rice, Zubimendi and Mikel Marino, when we've got other options that are more attacking and more exciting and, you know, can lead you to play more front-footed, fluid football, which we saw in that first half yesterday. And then Marino to come on and get that goal, I think, was a massive moment for him, because a lot of fans and a lot of the noise has been around him and people kind of singling him out as the problem. But like I said, he isn't the problem. He's a very good player, a very good squad player. But I think that balance we found in midfield yesterday was so much better. And if we just go forward like that, you know, we don't need to, like when people are talking about this handbrake, we don't need to play with that handbrake on. We're good enough. We have the squad now to beat teams convincingly. Trust the defence behind you, whether that's, you know, just playing one defensive midfielder and then going for it. Because like I said, this squad's good enough, this team's good enough. And yesterday was a massive win.
Adam, Liverpool and Arsenal, two very good squads, obviously, but who's got the better manager?
I mean, it's such a tough one to answer, especially not with bias. Slot's got a medal in his back pocket. Arteta has to get that. So I think they're two incredible managers, and I hate to say it, I really like Arne Slot. I think he's an incredible manager, great leader, and Arteta needs to deliver the title. That's what he wants. He's not shying away from that. None of the players are. Saliba's just agreed a new deal, and he's talked about trophies, talked about wanting to become a legend. And he said the only way you do that is by winning trophies. And this is the thing with this team. No one is shying away from the fact that the pressure is on, that they want trophies. They're demanding it internally. And the excuses aren't being made. No one at Arsenal is making excuses. We're very much giving solutions and going for it this year. So I think it's a journey that we just have to really enjoy this season, because there's going to be twists and turns. Liverpool are a great team. So let's really get behind this team, because that support really matters.
Such fine margins, guys. I would suggest 96 minute, a winner from that man there, Gabriel. If that hadn't gone in, you wouldn't be on here talking like this morning, let me tell you that. You'll be saying, Mikel got it wrong again. You're away at Newcastle. We should be beating teams like that. It's fine margins in this game. Just stick your hands up and admit that, chaps.
It is.
Of course it is. No, I completely agree. I think, look, Liverpool have done it so many times this season. We've seen that. And everyone's come on here and spoken in the media and on social media about that's what champions do. You know, they find a way, whether it's through a substitution, whether it's a moment of magic, a Szoboszlai free kick against us. And yesterday, we found a way. You know, we played well enough in the game, I think, to deserve to win it. We created enough chances. Nick Pope was absolutely incredible in the game. And I think if we walk away from that game without the 3 points, Nick Pope is getting man of the match. Yeah. So that just tells you how good Arsenal actually were. I think we thoroughly deserved to win the game. I completely agree. Like you say, that's football. You know, if you don't walk away with the 3 points, but you've played well, the talk is, well, you got it wrong and they defended well, they nullified you. End of the day, we got the 3 points. We found a way, which is like you say, and like a lot of people have been saying, that's what champions do. Yeah. And now we've just got to go on and become champions. Keep this form, keep this run, and just build on it.
Should you have had a penalty earlier on?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
If you look at Robert Sanchez last week getting sent off for dogs, so Mbeumo is through. I think that's a red card. I think that was the correct decision. But if I'm Chelsea today, I'm furious, because they've lost 3 points. They've lost their keeper to suspension. And then they're told the week after, actually, the rule's different. So you look at the contact, it's a very firm knee contact. Jay Bothroyd said on Ref Watch, when you're running full pelt, about how easy it is to go over it. This was a clash of knees. And it's Gyökeres that kind of kicks the ball towards Pope. It's a fine touch that goes up, but Gyökeres is still running towards the ball. It doesn't give a clear kind of deflection. So for me, that has to be a penalty. It's one of those that I'm actually glad that we didn't get it, because we've dug deep and we've kept going. But you look how sharp Gyökeres is here. This is something that I haven't completely seen from him yet, but he's straight in the minute that ball breaks, round the keeper, and that touch is so faint that the length of time VAR took over it as well. You're talking about 6 minutes. That's a long time for players' legs to get cold, for the crowd to really get their back up. And then something else is, it was announced that Nick Pope played the ball. That implies that Gyökeres died. So you're in a crowd of 50,000 people straight away singing "Same Old Arsenal, always cheating," and that has a big impact. That gets the crowd fired up, and there is that implication. But actually, I think VAR should be announcing Nick Pope plays the ball before making contact. So that clarity matters in football, especially when you're on a away ground like St James's Park.
Fair point.
Just want to extend on that as well, because I completely agree. If you've been in a stadium or you've been, at a game where VAR is in use, this is a bit of an unspoken thing with VAR, how it can swing momentums. Arsenal were on top of it in that game for the first 20 minutes. The VAR decision then gets made. All of a sudden, the Newcastle fans are up, the players are up, because of a referee and decision that should or shouldn't have been. And that can change momentum in games, especially at somewhere like St James's Park. There's nothing you can do about it. That just is VAR. But it's kind of an unspoken problem that is a problem. And we saw that, change the game yesterday. For the rest of that half, Newcastle kind of grew more into the game. Their tails were up based on a referee's decision. And I'm so glad Arsenal won that game, because, there's been times in the past where, decisions haven't gone our way, and now we can talk about a bad decision having won the game, which is obviously much better.
Which made you happier, the Palace winner or the winner for Arsenal yesterday? Or equal?
Always Arsenal. Always Arsenal.
Arsenal winner.
I live in the
nice that Eddie Nketiah was the one to get it, though.
Our poll on the Sky Sports News X account is, will Arsenal win the title? And at the moment, 71% are saying no. So they think it won't be Arsenal. Obviously thinking it'll be, I guess, Liverpool or potentially Manchester City, I suppose. But how confident are you, Christian? How are you feeling now compared to how you were feeling, let's say, Saturday morning?
Well, look, it's been spoken about the swing of this weekend, right? A lot of people were saying that Arsenal were going to drop points and Liverpool were going to win, and it was going to be an 8-point gap. All of a sudden, the opposite has happened, and it's 2 points. So the title race is still on. We're still in it. Liverpool are a great team. They've got great players. They've got world-class quality. They've won it before. They won it last season. They've got a manager who's proved he can win. We don't have that. So I think we're going to win it, but that's more of my passion and my fan side coming through. My analytical head says, Liverpool are probably more likely to win it just because they've done it before. I think City are in it as well. You can never write off Pep Guardiola. The form Haaland's in. I think Doku's been incredible on that left wing as well.
You're talking yourself out of the title race here, Christian.
He's trying to take the pressure off. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing,
Taking
Christian.
the pressure off. Well, look, we're a very good team. We've got a very deep squad now. Saka's only just come back into this team. We've been missing him for since the Leeds game, and he's our best player. Saliba's just coming back. These are two players that seasons gone by, we would be awful if we were missing these kind of players. So the fact we've got a deep squad now, I think we're gonna take it far. I think we're gonna take all these competitions quite far: Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and we've just got to win some silverware.
Would you swap your squad for Liverpool's, or would you swap your manager for Liverpool's?
No.
No, come on.
No,
I wouldn't. I love these players that we've got. I love this squad that we've built. So no, I wouldn't. But
so you win
like I said, I respect Liverpool squad. Great manager, great squad. Do you think we're going to win it?
I think you've got every chance now. I really believe it might be Arsenal's year. Yeah. Oh. Did I say that out loud?
That's put a big. I tell you what, that's a big, big smile on Christian's face. That one.
Been a difficult ground for Arsenal. That gives you so much confidence within the squad, within that dressing room. You start looking at each other and you go, you know what, guys, we believe now. We believe it's our time.
And I'm just looking at their next fixtures in the league as well. West Ham at home next, Fulham away, Palace at home, Burnley away, Sunderland away, and then North London derby.
Oh, there we go. That's the one.
Tottenham on the 23rd of November. Right, okay, nice little run before that as well. Adam, Christian, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.